Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Okay, let's go to the Cardinals. The Cardinals last year finished 8-9. Their offense ranked 11th, 18th in passing, 7th in running, and then their defense was 15th last year in scoring defense. Favorite move, Clint? What was your favorite move that they made?
Well, it's not going to pay off early, but I like that they draft Walter Nolan. He was someone I had interest in as the Niners. He's out the first 4 weeks, but I think the Cardinals are slowly trying to address their defense, like a lot of teams in this division have the last couple of years. So I think having that guy in the middle will pay dividends, just not right now.
Okay, yeah, gotta wait till he comes in place. Go figure. Talon.
Yeah, so I can talk about the Cardinals now, right?
Yeah. Now it's the
Okay,
time.
great.
Favorite move.
PTSD. Will Johnson, cornerback in the second round. That was great value. I was thinking Seahawks might go after him in the first round, with our 18th overall pick, I believe it was. And then they just bolstered up the D even more with Josh Sweat.
Mhm.
And they have some now named commodities there. And I think overall the vibe in Carolina on the defensive side will be meshing quite well.
Yeah, I think like with the Cardinals, I put Josh Sweat as well. They were 27th in pressuring the quarterback last year. They were not good at getting to the quarterback. So I think he had like 8 sacks, 8.5 sacks last year. So he can get to the quarterback. I think that was a good signing for them because they got to get pressure. Obviously, like every team does, they have to get pressure on the quarterback. So yeah, good signing there. Least favorite move, Talon.
Yeah, rewind this podcast about 25 minutes.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
bolstering the wide receiver room.
Yeah.
And yeah, I already said it. So
Well, you can continue though because I'll be making
yeah,
videos.
I
So
yeah, I think it would have been nice to get a vet in there. Now, think about this. What if they went after Cooper Cup? Now you've
mhm.
got someone that can be a true outside receiver and have Cooper Cup. And part of Marvin Harrison Jr.'s struggles last year was his route running kind of wasn't as crisp as it could be. And it didn't seem like he was as physical as he could be. And Cup could have really uh helped work out some of those quirks that he had from last year. So I think they should have been more aggressive in the offseason, bringing in some depth at wide receiver.
Yeah, just so we don't. Yeah, I'm with you. I put weapons as well. I just don't know. I like McBride, Harrison, and then they got Connor back coming back, but like it's just like the weapons get very slim. I mean, they re-signed Zay Jones. I mean, that's where they're at right now. So I just
Yeah.
think, like you said, adding Cooper Kupp or just a veteran in there, maybe somebody that can help Marvin Harrison kind of keep like he. It sounded like his offseason thing was fine this year. So who knows? But just somebody like you said that could teach him the ins and outs even about route running or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I agree. I think adding a weapon or two would have helped the team for sure. Clint?
So I also put no other weapon, and the other thing I added was Marvin Harrison putting on 10 pounds.
Oh,
Um, so,
muscle?
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm sad we had to wait that our schedules didn't work because I put on here and then Bill Simmons just said it on his podcast, whatever it was last weekend. Watching Marvin Harrison, he put on 10 pounds of muscle. I immediately thought of David Boston. He was a receiver
Oh
from
yeah.
15 years ago,
Yes,
and he
yes.
he thought he needed to bulk up. I mean, he went over. I think he went 25 pounds of muscle, and the dude looked like a tank, but could never get open after that. He got too big. He hurt his knees went from being too big. But pre-draft, Marvin Harrison, I said it. I think I said it on here. Was a glorified Mike Williams who just retired from the Chargers, and I think my biggest fear with the Cardinals not doing anything is even in the preseason, he's still running the same routes. Like I think he ran 70% of his routes were just go routes. He's not fast, and he's not an awesome contested ball catcher, and that's why I wasn't high on him. And unless they change that and get him some slants, I don't think his season is going to improve because I don't think he's going to be open. And when you're throwing 50-50 balls for a dude that doesn't catch them 50% of the time, so I think that aspect of the Cardinals isn't going to improve.
Okay, okay. Well, you were right last year, so we'll just have to see if you're right again this year. I don't like that he added 10 pounds either because
So
I don't think he's the most shiftiest player ever, right? So like, yeah, that's gonna weigh you down a little bit. Go ahead, Talon.
for me personally, I don't mind when a wide receiver gains some pounds. I don't like when my running backs gain weight because that usually slows them down. And going back to I didn't think Harrison was physical enough last year. I didn't think he got in guys' faces, and maybe that extra 10 pounds will make him a little bit more threatening.
Okay. Okay, so we got a little pros con thing going here. That's
We've
good.
been agreeing too much,
I know, I
so
agree. I
let's
agree.
start planting some flags.
Yeah, come on, come on. That's a great point. Okay, let's go to let's go then. Green flags then. Let's start there. Clint, give me your green flag for the Cardinals.
So my green flag would be if Kyler Murray is going to run. It's kind of a double-edged sword, but if he moves around, it opens up the rest of the offense. Maybe that could help Marvin Harrison if he, as we said with DeAndre Hopkins, like if he kind of follows along or gets on the same page with that. So if he can run more, I think that'll make their offense a little more explosive. Obviously, that has a red flag that comes with it because he tends to get hurt. But I think that's what's missing because he just can't stand in the pocket and throw the ball. It's just not going to be effective enough. So him running around is what I could come up with besides just saying defense.
Yeah, yeah, I put run game just in general with Murray. Like that's why they were seventh in running last year was his ability to run. Connor and the old line was pretty solid, so they were seventh in the rushing offense. So I'm gonna say that's a green flag. Of course, Murray being healthy is also a green flag going into the season. It's just that he doesn't stay healthy, which is always the problem with him because you can tell there's just a different player when he's healthy and when he's not. Talon, what do you got for a green flag?
Yeah, I think they're going to control the ball a lot better this year. Last year, they ranked 29th in time of possession.
Oh wow.
Uh, and I think the moves they did this year was to help the defense get off the field faster. And how do you do that? You get early tackles for loss on the run game and sacks, those in drives. And that will alleviate Kyler Murray having to play some of the hero ball that I felt he was playing last year. And the thing with hero ball is you will get some long touchdowns, which they did. They had some hero ball that succeeded. But the thing with that is you score too fast, your defense is getting right back on the field. That doesn't help with time of possession concerns. They need long, sustained drives, and I think they made some moves to accomplish that goal.
Okay, I like it. I thought you were going to say green flag was Marvin Harrison Jr. putting on 10 pounds.
That would have been great. That would have been great. I kind of want him to put on 11 pounds.
One more pound of muscle. That would have been awesome.
Oh, then I'm drafting him 101.
Yeah. Okay, red flag. Let's see. Talon, give me your red flag for the Cardinals.
Murray, it's his preseason game didn't look good. I think that's about the only thing that will derail the season for the Cardinals. If he just makes poor decisions and tries to go back to that hero ball, if he can just stay average, this team will be competing all the way to the end of the season.
Okay, I like it. What about you, Clint?
Similar, I had Kyler Murray. He's got to be better. And I think he needs to be his leadership needs to improve. I think would go a long way. His attitude, demeanor sometimes isn't great. So I think this, as Talon said, this revolves around Kyler Murray. If he can find a baseline, be a better decision maker with the team they have, again, I think this division is going to be tight. It could keep him in it.
Yeah, and I have Murray too, but it's just the health. He's got to stay healthy. Like that's it. To me, it's like every year that it seems to me that the Cardinals start off okay, like with him, and then he gets injured, and then they just kind of like they can't keep up the same pace. Goes with the hero ball. So like save yourself for another down. Don't try to play hero ball in the sense of like taking up extra hits or whatever. Um, I think if he can stay healthy, this team can be a little more surprising of a season than some people think. So it's he has he's a very interesting quarterback. That's all I have to say. He's like a very interesting quarterback to me. I just don't nothing like I remember noticing a quarterback like that before, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like just whatever.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Fantasy football go to Clint.
Marvin, no. Marvin Harrison, you got to get this guy.
That would have been awesome.
Big season coming, 2 touchdowns. No, I know Trey McBride's a hot name, but I think you're better off waiting for George Kittle. I still, as much as he is getting old and could get hurt, I'd still ride with James Conner.
Mm-hmm.
I know they always talk about Trey Benson, and they still like, oh no, he's going to be like a 1B. But I just think the way the Cardinals want to play and the way that he runs the ball and his veteran leadership and knowledge and pass protection, I just think it's hard to take that off the field for a guy that just kind of shows it in flashes. So I would just ride James Conner into the ground because I think the Cardinals are going to do the same thing because it's hard to replace what he brings.
Okay. Talon?
Yeah, James Conner for sure. You can get him if you're going like 0 running back strategy the first couple of rounds. If you're taking James Conner as your first back and then you're taking Charbonnet late, those are 2 consistent bets. And James Conner catches a lot of passes too. And as we mentioned, one of our red flags for the Cardinals was they didn't address another a receiver. So James Conner, I think will clean up and getting a lot of dump off passes. If the O line breaks down or a play breaks down, James Conner will be the safety guy for Kyler Murray to throw it to. And also their start of season, the first 3 games are very, very nice, very favorable running back matchups. So you draft him, he starts off hot. It'll be great trade bait if you wanna then trade him for somebody that you think will be a little healthier all season long.
I like it. Good suggestion. I agree. I put Connor down. I also put Kyler Murray. Like, if you don't end up getting one of the top quarterbacks, he finished, what was it, 10th last year in quarterback because of his running, right? So he gets the extra running stuff, and he's getting picked. They say early as the 8th round. It's not if you don't pick one of the top quarterbacks, it might be a good flyer.
Yeah.
The problem is you might need to get a backup because he might get injured. So, yeah.
Kyler Murray or Dak Prescott?
I would do Murray.
I
Because
would take Dak.
Okay, well, here we are again. We'll see when I'm right next year, guys. Just like the Goff Purdy thing. Come on. Come on.
I can't wait for a year from now. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make you pay for that.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, let's just really quick do our final oh no, we got to do predictions. Okay, prediction for the Cardinals. Let's start with you. Over under 8.5 for the Cardinals this year. Talon?
Yeah, that's such a perfect line. I'm gonna go over at 9-8.
Okay. Clint?
I went under. I went 7-10.
That's really
I just think I don't trust Kyler Murray in some of these big games, so I think they will be the close but the last place team.
Yeah, I had 7-10 as well. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.